Well, welcome back to the channel, guys, and today I want to talk about something that happened to me and V not so long ago, and could have been quite disastrous. It wasn't, but it could have been, and it sort of got me to thinking that maybe it needs to be highlighted a little tiny bit more, because maybe some people will be quite blasé about it. And this affects you whether you've got a camper van, a motorhome, caravan, or if you're using leisure batteries in another situation. Anyway, let's dig into it. We're Mark and V, and this is our adventures. If you're experiencing an eggy smell, or like a rotten egg smell, it's quite a horrible pungent smell. Like someone's farted, basically, really. But a really, really strong eggy smell in your van. You need to pay attention. This could be a sign that your leisure battery's failing. And yeah, you think, oh, I'll get it sorted out later, it'll be all right. But it can be very, very dangerous. Well, that eggy smell that you're smelling, if it's around your leisure batteries, is hydrogen sulfide. And believe me, that's got some very, very nasty effects. Well, let's talk about that smell. Now, in this van, and every van, camper van, caravan, motorhome is different. But in this van, it's based on a Fiat Ducato. We got a battery underneath the seat. Now, lots of VW T5s and T4s have that as well, don't they? So there's a battery under the seat, and there's also a battery under this seat. The leisure batteries are inside the van. And that smell is totally unmistakable. It's hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide is a colourless, poisonous, flammable gas. It is naturally occurring in some environments, but in a camper van it's more often the byproduct of a lead acid battery, like we have in our camper vans for leisure batteries. Lead acid batteries contain sulfuric acid. When they're overcharged, damaged or poorly ventilated, a chemical reaction can occur that releases the hydrogen sulfide gas. Now, why is hydrogen sulfide so dangerous? Well, in low concentrations, it really is just a bad smell. But as the concentration increases, things can get serious. At moderate levels, you may experience eye irritation, coughing, difficulty of breathing. At higher concentrations, it can lead to loss of consciousness or even death. And that's why it's essential to address this issue immediately and not leave it. You might have seen news articles about industrial workers being overcome by hydrogen sulfide. Well, it's not something to be taken lightly. And while the levels in a camper van, motorhome, caravan might not reach those extreme levels, prolonged exposure, even to low levels, can lead to long-term health effects. That's really something to think about, isn't it? I am reading from notes here as well. But it makes you think, doesn't it? Because I'm going to be deadly honest with you. Me and V smelt that a couple of times. But it was not while we were in the van camping, it was when we were driving home or just driving to where we were going. And then it would fade. And is that because we were getting used to it? I'm not so sure. Anyway, I'm going to take you through what happened next in the following bit. So from here, we're going to go back in time to when we first were smelling the issue. We've had a little bit of a problem with our Fiat Ducato. We were coming home from camping the other day and there was a really bad eggy smell. Now, we did a little bit of research. It was quite bad. We did a little bit of research and we found out that it could have been quite dangerous. It turns out the leisure battery underneath the driver's seat was starting to die. And it was being overcharged potentially, and that's what was causing the smell. If you don't know much about batteries and solar, I can't recommend them enough. They're really, really helpful, guys. Recently, anybody who follows our channel a lot will know we were in Indonesia, and we were getting our daughter to just start the car up every so often in the van, just so the batteries didn't go flat, because we were there for a while. the battery went flat on VW EOS. So we contacted Batteries and Solar from Indonesia, and they managed to have a battery delivered on the day that we arrived back home, so we could get the car running, because obviously it was blocking the garage as well. Just cannot recommend their service highly enough. Absolutely brilliant. Really, really pleased. Anyway, so that's where I'm off to now. So we're going to go and see Batteries and Solar and pick up 2 batteries, and while we're there we'll have a little look around the shop so you can see just some of the stuff they got for sale. Victron is one of the brands that they sell, and we've had a few bits and pieces from them. Solar panels, controllers, they do batteries. Says it in the name really, doesn't it? Anyway, let's get on and get over there. Here we are at Batteries and Solar. It's on an industrial estate just on the outskirts of Plymouth. I'll put the full details down below so you can find it if you need to come here. So there we are, we've bought our batteries and they're going to bring them out to us, so we'll just open up the boot and they'll be brought out to us. How good is that? You can't complain about the service. Oh, fantastic.
And if I can have your signature, please, anywhere.
There you are.
Brilliant. Right. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, buddy. All right, cheers then. How about that? How good is that? Well, there we are. That was so easy, and what great service, even bring it out to the car. So really, really can't complain about anything there. We'll get home now and get them fitted into the van. That'll probably be tomorrow. It's pretty wet and mucky today, isn't it? I don't need the van for a few days, so I'm not going to get myself soaking wet if I don't have to. So I'll do that tomorrow. It turns out that it's our leisure batteries are failing. Now, I think it's actually the one under the seat which is failing, which is a pain because the whole seat is going to be removed. But what we're going to do is we're going to remove the batteries. You've seen us already go to Batteries and Solar and pick up 2 new batteries, and thanks guys for that. They're really great. So what we're going to do now is we're going to remove the seat, replace that leisure battery. Then there's another leisure battery underneath the seating in the back. That's a lot easier by the water tank. we'll replace them 2 batteries, and fingers crossed, everything will be good. But after we've done all that, we'll sit down and we'll have a little discussion about the implications of that eggy smell and what it actually means. It's quite bad, actually. It was really quite bad for us. The smell was terrible. Anyway, let's get on. Let's get that all installed first, because it's not the nicest of days, and rain's holding off at the moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and remove the seat from the runner here, take that off, because we got air as well connected to the base, so I don't want to start messing around with that. So we're going to take the seat off the runner, and then that'll give us access to that plate there, lift that plate out the way, replace the battery, and then we're good to go. Simple, isn't it? And as I say in all my other videos, get yourself a magnetic tray, little dish, put all your bits and pieces in there and you won't lose them. Probably won't lose them. So you can see now that the swivel base is exposed, so we can hopefully just spin it slightly and it gives us access to the bolts. We'll remove that and we've got access to the battery. Sometimes the bolts don't want to come out quite that easy. I'm going to give him a bit of a wiggle. There he is. Right, the back two are Torx, and we spoke about Torx the other day in another video. Get yourself a set of Torx, whether it be spanners, get yourself a set of Torx screwdrivers or sockets, because they'll be so handy. Use them in the VWs, we use them in the Fiats, use them loads, so really good advice. And there you are, you can see we've got access to the battery. You can see why I was concerned about removing the entire base, because of this air that goes to the rear suspension. Let's rear it, just assisted air suspension airbags. Anyway, I think we're just going to remove these 2 bolts down here, either side, and then the battery will come out. And there we are, that's the battery all disconnected and ready to remove. Bit of wiggling, and there he is. Now, an important thing to notice as well, and this battery has got a vent on it, and it's been venting in the cab. That's really not a good thing. It should have been going down out through the floor, and I can see there's a hole there, but obviously that was never put back through the hole, so when they replaced that. So that would be another reason we were getting the smells coming in the cab. But we've gone for AGM sealed batteries now, so we won't have to worry about this. Time they made like batteries, I think. Now, if you can get someone to help you when you're doing this bit, just to hold things out of the way, it will make your life a little tiny bit easier. Just because Last thing you want to do is get a cable caught anywhere. And that one there has to go there, doesn't it? So right, here we go. Oh dear. Hopefully I ain't fucked that up completely. I caught the airline there, you saw that, didn't you? Bloody seagulls. You wouldn't believe I live in the middle of Cornwall, would you? There ain't any sea near us. Right, we'll start again. Clear some space for me to stand, I think. Luckily, I haven't damaged anything. I think I must have just opened it up the piercer. I can put the air compressor on that later and pump him back up. He's still holding. Ooh. You can see why we've got to remove the seat though, can't you? Okay, the battery's in, and I've given the swivel base a very, very quick flash over with some paint just to take away the rust. I've rubbed it down. It's not a brilliant job, and I'll probably wait till the spring and do it properly. But we'll just keep the rust at bay. Now this potentially is a job that's going to slip into tomorrow, because V's just come out and told me that we're going in to have a look at a fruit machine of all things. We've got a room, big. It's going to be our like games room, camping room, the back of our house, where we're going to, like, when friends come round, that's where we'll go. And I think I will document it on the other channel as we go now, because we had someone in to put the basics of it together, the block and everything, and Monday I'll be putting a rubber roof on it. Now that's something, if you've got a flat roof anywhere, you want to see these rubber roofs. They're absolutely amazing. Anyway, that'll be on my other channel, and I'll start filming that as and when I do it. But so we're probably going off to have a look at this fruit machine in a minute. I would like a pinball machine, but cool, and they're expensive, so I don't think I'll be getting one of them. Anyway, let's get this all done. We'll just do this up and we'll be back in a little while. Well, there we are. That's the first battery done. And like I was saying to you earlier, V wants to go and have a look at this fruit machine for our little den, man cave. V's going to have it, so it can't be a man cave, can it? Our little cave. So we'll carry on with this tomorrow.
Well, here we are. We went to have a look at that fruit machine. It was alright, but we think it was too much money, so we didn't buy it. So we're back here, replaced the second leisure battery. And the second one is actually located under the seat here. You've got the water tank, so it's just a case of lifting up the cushions and getting in there. So that's what we'll do next. Well, that's the 2 batteries replaced, and just put the table back in. Then the next thing is really we need to sit down and talk about the effects of the eggy smell and what could potentially happen. So and hopefully this has fixed it. It may be that the split charge is overcharging the batteries when we're driving. Let's hope not, but we won't find that out until we drive it next. Possibly take it out for a little run over the next day or two and make sure everything's okay. But I have a good feeling that the battery was really old, so I've got a good feeling that was the problem. Anyway, I'll put this all back together. Well, to put it back together, just going to put this back on. And then we'll sit down and have a little yap. Well, maybe tomorrow. I think we'll sit down tomorrow and have a little yap. For you, it'll be in a minute. About, you know, the potential of what could happen with the eggy smell. Anyway, all's well that ends well, isn't it? Well, here we are at the other end of the video. Obviously, I was saying earlier that we were going to talk about things at the end of the video, but I actually did it at the beginning of the video. I thought it was a better place to put it, to be perfectly honest. But, you know, going back over it again, you know, the hydrogen sulfide gas, it's invisible. It can cause you irritations to your eyes, to your breathing, give you breathing difficulties. And in a very, very worst situation, it can cause death. I mean, it's highly unlikely in a camper van, but it is flammable. So, you know, if it was to catch your van on fire, it would cause death in very, very large quantities, so it will cause death. Anyway, beside the point, you do not want to leave it. If that battery was to split, you're going to have the issues of the lead acid, or not the lead acid, you're going to have the issues of the acid you're going to have to clean up as well, and the mess that's going to make. And they're cheap. They're not too expensive at all. So, you know, it's a false economy. I want to say here as well, thank you to Batteries and Solar. They gave us a small discount on the batteries, just to include their name in the video, so I will be honest with that. It wasn't a huge discount, but they did give us a small discount for the batteries. But all the same, we've used them many times without discounts previous. And so if you in this area, you know, the southeast Cornwall area, and you're near Plymouth, maybe go and have a look. They're a great bunch of guys, and they're really helpful and very knowledgeable as well, so they will help you out. So that brings us to the end of the video. We've taken it for a test drive. Like I said, we're going to have to take it for a test drive and make sure it was all okay, and there is no smell. That's good. So we're really happy with that, and really looking forward to camping season now, because this video has been stretched over I would say about 6 weeks in making, really, because other things have been happening. And I said about the we were talking about the garden room, the bar. Well, that's taken up a lot of my time. It's actually been named now by good friends of ours. It's called the Drunken Duck. And if you want to have a look at our other channel, the Mark Effect, you will see some of that. We're not quite up to date with that at the moment, but it's getting there. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, guys. We've got some more videos coming up that I hope some more van videos. We're going to be going to some shows this year. Coming up, the next set of videos very soon is going to be Singapore, and after that Vietnam and Cambodia, and also camping in the UK as well. But thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Hopefully it's been helpful to you, been informative if nothing else, and if you've got that smell, it's encourage you to get that battery changed so it's safer for the new camping season. All I can say is see you later, guys. Hey, and if you see us at a show, come up and say hi. You know, we got some stickers on us normally, well, pretty much all the time, to be honest. So come over and say hi, and you know, have a yap. See you later. Look after yourselves. Bye.